staggering. And he said that was quite a shock to me. And then he went on to something else, and nobody followed up on it.
Right. Let's continue. And the thing that got me with this is opium in that.
Oh yeah.
And they're saying that drinking wine or alcohol is haram. It's not allowed. But we can go ahead and use opium. We can use narcotics.
Well, what's not reported as well, especially in Afghanistan, is the number of opium and heroin addicts.
That's right. Well,
and
they
of
have
course,
opium dens. Yeah.
And of course, Afghanistan is now the largest producer of heroin.
90% of the heroin in America comes from Afghanistan.
Yes.
And one of the things the United States government is trying to do is to try to find how can you switch the crop, so that, because if you go in there and just destroy everything, then all the Muslims can be upset and you destroy the nation. But
we've actually protected the
absolutely. Our soldiers are protecting the poppy fields because a lot of you'd be amazed at the money that's made off of it. We know.
Well, we know that in the Vietnam War, the CIA was involved in the drug business. Out of East Asia, they were using it. They were using it to create slush funds
So for their activities.
To pay for weapons for rebels and fighting against the Viet Cong and stuff. I mean, that's just historical, one of the stains of America for years.
Aren't you glad that when the righteous reign of the Messiah is established, that all things will be done properly? Hallelujah.
And then the poppy fields will be
Amen.
burned.
Well, the poppy and the flower. I understand that the flower before it goes into the full state of
very beautiful.
That is a very pretty flower.
Yes.
Matter of fact, in Canada, the poppy flower is worn on the lapel as a remembrance of those who have died in battle.
That's sin. It's beautiful to the eye. But
there you go. Absolutely. Now, I want to look at Sharia law and rape. And the reason I do this is because we had talked about this very briefly with Sister Swaggart last session, the fact that women don't have the rights of a man. And where it is so apparent is in the aspect of a woman that is raped. All rape is an abomination, obviously. All rape is wrong. But here's a situation where a woman who is raped and can point out the person who did it, that a lot of times she does not receive the proper treatment within the court systems. So let's look at the Sharia law. The rapist will be punished to death if force on the victim is proven. This is codified in Islamic Law, Volume 1, Law 134, Shafi Law, Reliance of the Traveler. Proof of adultery or rape liable shall be one of the following. If the accused makes a confession. Now, what's the chances of a rapist who knows that the law is going to protect them confessing?
Sure.
It's probably not going to happen. Number two, there are at least 4 Muslim adult male witnesses. Now, the chance that you had 4 male adult witnesses watching a rape and they didn't stop it, I doubt that they would come up later on and have the man charged and arrested, because the penalty is death if he's found guilty. Sharia law rejects the witness of women. Hanafi law, page 176, 353, Shafi'i law, page 634. The rest of that whole screen is just proving that one point. Their statements are not the same of a man. The evidence of women is originally inadmissible on account of their weakness of understanding, want of memory, and incapacity of governing. The Penal Law of Islam, page 44.
So they say that a woman is not intelligent enough to govern.
Oh, absolutely.
To be in a seat of
That's
power.
the reason why they don't want them to go to school, because they don't ever want them to get intelligent enough to do anything.
I read an article in preparation for this, and this article was written by a woman. And she goes on, and it would be so offensive if a man would have made those statements. And she goes on to try to explain why a woman is so emotional and because of hormones and this and that she agrees with Muhammad's statement that women are not reliable, that their memory is affected.
Yeah, that's blind.
And I'm looking at this and going, what about all the women that are so successful in business, that are presidents of companies, owners of their own business? They have the same hormonal changes on a regular basis.
There's
There's a
baloney.
Greek word for that, garbage.